same. Give her 100 total. Work hard, now we finally seeing it change. My brothers keep it deeper than a chain. Just like Billy got a thing. And I'm dripping like a sink, yeah. These BBS's make you blink, yeah. I can hit it all the dice. Put that foreign out the lot. Move the family to the docks. Put some diamonds in my watch. Ballin' like a big shot. Ballin' like a big shot. Ballin' like a big shot.
Hey, right here, I got next.
I got that shit on my clothes. I still got homies on flash shows. I'm just getting started like I'm on goals. Looking for the pesos. Stay inside but the bank closed. Every time I turn around I see a bankroll. I used to get hit me down, I ain't a dingo. All my D-boys getting a payroll. Been short and late on Photoshop on Rodeo. Dripping color, I had a case closed. So independent, you can't name a towel. I can hit it all the dots. Put that foreign out the lot. Put the family to the dots. Put some diamonds in my.
What's up, 2K community? This is the 2KMC, and today's a big day because I have your State Farm assists of the month. You submitted the plays, but now it's time to pick the best. Let's start with King Akinu in the playground. First, drops the defender with the wicked crossover. Then, gets the nutmeg assist for the win. Talk about confidence in the clutch. Staying in the playground, we have the amazing SC. Throws the no-look lob over his shoulder and converts for the two-hand slam. Pushes their lead to 20. Whatever happened to playing defense? Moving on to Leezy225. Looking to end the game with a big play. So it's not one lob, but two lobs for the win. Check out the hang time on the behind-the-back finish. Last but not least, let's see what I-Man Zach has been up to. Lands on our list despite the unconventional no-look kick pass. But his teammates splashed a shot, so who are we to judge? Now, vote for your State Farm Assist of the Month. And if you want your highlights to be featured in an episode, then submit them to social media using the hashtag 2KTVWow. This is the 2KMC, and if you already can't wait for next week's top plays, then you're just like me.
Did you vote for your favorite shoe design? If not, restart the episode and vote right now.
And we'll see you next week. Bye.
Philadelphia, home to one of the NBA's most historic teams, the 76ers. Here, and as they... Yeah, they dotted every I and crossed every T. David, thank you. So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. Walker and Smart, the guard. Brown, the small forward, with Tatum holding down the 4 spot. And it's Williams at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the 76ers. The talented combo up front, Horford and Embiid. Then there's Ben Simmons. And it's Thibault in at the 2-guard spot. Doris, what are you going to be watching about these two teams who seem to be strong up front?
Yeah, I think certainly both have guys with size who also bring incredible skill to the game. And it's really hard to win this league without at least one elite player at one of the front court positions.
Just
reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Ball stolen. To the middle. Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
I'm amazed at Simmons' athletic ability. He moves so fluidly for someone that size.
And so it's Smart. He'll bring up the ball for the Celtics. Brown, right side. Knocked loose. Passes to Williams. And Embiid with the block. They get it back, and he gets the bucket.
Well, to me, that's excellent timing from Jaylen Brown. He shoots with confidence, knowing his teammates trust him.
And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
You know, we're never opposed to a little creativity. Ooh, did he have plenty of that? The double pump, having some fun.
For Boston, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Now, Tatum. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game. The Celtics working the ball around now. Shoots the 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Tatum's got 5 now.
Jason Tatum is the complete package on the offensive end. He can drive it, he can get to the mid-range, and now the three-point shot.
Yep, that one goes in there.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
And you know this, Greg. He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
There's the triple. Drops in the tray.
Impressive start here. That's 5 straight makes to start the game.
Celtics have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Smart dishes to Williams. Back to Smart. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Tatum, that's for 2. And that one goes long.
Well, terrific defense. They obviously respect his ability and just want to make it tough.
Got that bucket in no time at all. 5 points in the game.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. And it's Smart with the ball for Boston. 7-point differential. To the paint. The shot's good on the assist by Walker.
And they are very comfortable running their offense through Walker. And you can see why. Drops a sick dime right there. That pass was right on the money.
A baseline J. That's tipped. Poked away. It's good. And he makes his first shot of the game. The 76ers leading by 3. To Horford, and the dunk by Horford.
Well, Al Horford does not mind sending a message now and then. How about that easy flush?
The Celtics have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. And you look at Jason Tatum, able to play either forward position. Doris, do you think his future is at the 3 or at the 4?
I think he is interchangeable at either position because his scoring can be devastating. For Jason Tatum, it's really a matter of making sure he continues to gain strength, continue to be a force and factor on the defensive end, and probably enhance his footwork around the rim a little bit.
So the Celtics called timeout. They're first. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
A game they definitely felt they could win, and with a break here or there, they probably could have.
You know what? The stats certainly looked good, but the fact of the matter is they couldn't deliver in the clutch moments, and that's something you've got to figure out moving forward.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Falls checked in for Williams. Daniel Tice comes in for Tatum. And Langford subbed in for Smart. And it's blocked. On the wing, Harris. Over Tice. Again, Philadelphia.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
52 seconds left in the first. Celtics trail by 9. Now, here's Walker. His last outing, he had 24 points. Here's Fall. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Kicks it out to Richardson. It's over Langford. Again, Philadelphia.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
27 seconds left to play here in the first. Here's Walker. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Emmanuel Mudiay picks one up.
And you always know what you're going to get from Walker from the line. He's been a solid, consistent free throw shooter his entire career.
Kemba Walker hits them both.
You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
Takes the three, and that shot was up in time but doesn't go in. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers bringing the and hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the 76ers, what are your thoughts?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
I'll tell you, that willingness to make the extra pass, that is what creates good looks. It also forces the defense to scramble.
On the court for the Celtics, second quarter underway. Falls out there with Daniel Tice. Then it's Langford. Then there's Brown, and it's Walker in at the one. Embiid with the steal, and now the 76ers on the break. Richardson, good.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Celtics trail by 12. Walker surveying the floor. They get a hand on it, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Embiid. And all month long, he's been fantastic, and now he's been named the Eastern Conference Player of the Month.
Basketball is one of the few sports where good offense beats good defense, and nobody has had better offense than him lately. I don't think there's anybody in the league that could have slowed him down on offense. He was unstoppable, to say the least.
Good ball movement here by the 76ers. And the dunk by Embiid.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. For the 76ers, their last game, a win against the Nets.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
Well, they knew exactly how to approach that defense. They shot a fantastic percentage because they got quality looks.
Of course, teams sometimes struggle right out of the blocks. When do they generally hit, in your opinion, the panic button?
Well, let's hope the panic button doesn't get hit for anybody, Kevin. But the one thing that would concern any team, obviously, is injury to a star, either an established star or a rookie they're trying to get good minutes for. But, boy, if you're hitting the panic button this early, look out.
But the one thing is, Doris, you can really kind of rectify the situation because of the length of the regular season.
No doubt, Kevin. An NBA year affords plenty of opportunities to find your footing.
Shake Milton, he's checked in for the 76ers. Hondo comes in for Mudiay, and Philadelphia making a change here. Horford's checked in. Tatum on the wing. 5 points in the game. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet. Tatum's got 7.
This is right in Tatum's wheelhouse. That mid-range is his comfort zone.
I'll tell you, right now, these guys cannot be stopped.
Boy, it looks like their confidence is at an all-time high, just feeding off each other right now.
Outside for Rondo. Jacks up a 3. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And so it's Smart. He'll bring up the ball for the Boston Celtics, trailing by 19. Their last encounter was in Boston.
It wasn't even close in their last matchup, and their offense just wasn't ready to compete at that level.
Clock at 6. Here's Langford. And Philadelphia grabs the miss.
And it didn't fall, but that's the kind of shot they want their offense to create.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
And the Celtics making a change here. Williams is checked in. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Here's Horford, right through the D for the layup. He's got 6.
Well, Kev, how about that? Contest is right there. Just Al Horford better on the offensive end than the defense.
Celtics trail by 21. And stolen by Horford. And that one is hammered home.
Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim wrapper.
Just a remarkable gem. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Knocked away. 6 to shoot. Langford, the pass to Tatum. Smart, wide open, he fires. Boston, no good that time either.
What I love about Marcus Smart is every single trip up the floor, this guy is going to be in your grill, and it cannot be a pleasant experience to have this man guarding you.
A lot to like about the way they're playing right now, but still plenty of time left.
You do like that the offense is humming along. They're putting in the effort to distance themselves. Boy, he hasn't found the range yet here in the second period. Only 1 triple for him tonight.
Here's the pass to Harris. Over Williams. Harris, good. Harris has got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
And the question they're going to have to answer to me is it a problem with the scheme or is it a problem with matchups?
So both teams making some changes here. Tice passes to Fall. Nice ball movement by Boston. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And offensively, a little bit of a careless toss. You could have used a better angle on that pass.
And the 76ers making a change here. Embiid's checked in. Shot clock at 3. There's Walker with the 3. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. One second left. Wow, unbelievable.
Can't do it much better than that right before the clock expires.
What a way to seize momentum. Can it carry over into the next quarter? Beautifully done.
And so it's Philadelphia having no problems at all. Up 29 points heading into the next quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. And Simmons has got the ball here for the 76ers. The talented combo up front, Horford and Embiid. Then it's Simmons, and it's Thibault in at the 2-guard spot. And that's the group for Brett Brown as we begin the second half. The Celtics shooting poorly, just 35% so far. Walker the pass to Tatum. The kick out to Brown. 14 feet away. No good on that one.
A contested mid-range shot can't be what they were looking for there.
Well, especially with that defensive player in the area. You know he's going to find a way to get into the shooter and make him uncomfortable.
Walker with it, averaging 23 points a game and is one of the more consistent producers on any given night. About 1 minute played here in the second half. Oh!
Good. Al Horford is such a tremendous passer as a big man. Wow, does he get work done offensively.
Here's Boston now. Here's Walker. That shot off.
You know, I'd have been very impressed if he had got that one to go. Tough D.
And he goes in for the dunk.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
And that, to me, Greg, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail. There is valuing of every possession.
Offensive struggles continue, missing again. Of course, you've covered so many great basketball players over your many years in this business. As a player, coach, now broadcaster, who has been your favorite athlete to watch or cover or report on?
All right, Kevin, you know I can't possibly name one, so I'm going to just throw several names out there. LeBron James has overcome so many challenges as a young person even before his NBA career. So his story is absolutely incredible and inspirational. How about Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers in the history of the NBA, or Damian Lillard, who has proven so loyal to his fan base and organization and is one bad man when a game is on the line in the playoffs.
And now Philadelphia on the break. It's stolen by Brown. And here's the fast break. Walker leading the way. Oh, and it's off. They can't cash in on the break.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Robert Williams. That is his first foul of the game. Emmanuel Mudiay's checked in for Simmons. Kicks it to Horford. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good. Horford's got 8 points.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
And I think, Greg, it's been all about their offensive efficiency, shooting the lights out in this quarter.
Smart finds Tatum. And it's sent back by Horford.
Well, this guy is a consistent shot blocking threat. Al Horford twice on the pipes.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And that one drops.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Both teams will make substitutions.
When you think about Al Horford, you think about a guy who entered the league with a maturity beyond his years. And now consider, guys, we've been talking about high-level play for over a decade in the NBA. What a career.
Tice lays it up and off the glass. Tice has got his first 2 points.
Nice job creating for the easy deuce.
Feeds to Harris. And another assist for him.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Boston's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
I think Brown demonstrating he's got a great understanding of the game. He keeps his head moving, his eyes open so he can spot the open man.
Kicks it out to Richardson. Another three for Philadelphia.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Out to the wing. Pass to Tice. 5 to shoot. Here's Langford. Again, the Celtics good for 2.
I like watching Langford when he's knocking down and trusting that jumper, proving he has the touch needed to do damage from outside.
And the shot goes in. 27 points for him.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for, consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Back to Brown. Throws it down.
How fantastic is Jaylen Brown getting the position he wants deep inside, easily slams it home.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better look here in this second half.
And I think what's happening is they're getting their shots within the flow of their offense, and you can clearly see the difference.
And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that, Greg, putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the fourth quarter. We've got Langford, Ferguson out there with Williams, and it's Posey in at the 3. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. We're seeing some great shooters with length, tall players shooting from outside. That seems to be the rage right now, but when you look in your crystal ball, Doris, what might be the next player trend in the NBA?
So we saw the evolution of big men as three-point shooters, men being able to enter the league as sort of back to the basket, consistent rebounding forces out of the post, now stepping away and becoming threats as face-up scorers. To me, one of the most intriguing young players in the league right now is Nikola Jokic.
8 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And here's Walker. So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily, and the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a support. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.
I am not one of these.
This week on NBA 2K TV. Get ready to vote. We have the Shoe Creator Challenge finalists. Plus, we chat with Kings rookie Kyle Guy. Scott O'Gallagher wraps.
Certainly one of the most beautiful structures and the most historic. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. You take a look at the 76ers. They've got the #1 record in the conference, and because of it, each night out, their competition is going to bring it right at them. And, of course, Toronto. They're right in third place now.
And seeing where the 76ers are, they're not an opponent any team wants to see on their schedule. They've been producing all season long. And, guys, I don't see them slowing down anytime soon.
We figured that by this point in the season, they would have separated themselves from the pack. They've done that and more.
Here are the 5 for the Raptors. On the wings, Powell and Anunoby. Siakam is out there with Whiteside, and it's Lowry in at the 1. And for the 76ers, the talented combo up front, Horford and Embiid. In the backcourt, Simmons and Richardson. Smitty is a player when it comes to preparing for a long season. Talk about the advantages of the new strength and conditioning programs we read so much about.
You know, for me, Kevin, when I first started out, it was all about just getting stronger, lifting weights. I think right now for these guys, they're doing a great job of adding that and also recovery. What do you do for recovery, being able to play the next game? I would love to see the technology that they have. Wish I could use it, Kevin, because all I did was run and get me a fish fillet, and I was ready to go.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
It makes sense, right? You're trying to get off to a fast start, and he can help with that.
First quarter of play, 1 minute played. It's tipped out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. The 76ers have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. Siakam trying to free himself up and just miss after miss right now.
0 for 3 now in the early going, just a little bit out of sync.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
They're playing well. They're building momentum. This is how they can turn a small lead into a big one.
The Raptors have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Lowry, and it's blocked by Simmons.
How about the balance and body control? Simmons able to send that one packing.
Here's Whiteside, and it's slammed in by Whiteside. And here are the 76ers now. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
Well, it helps when your opponent makes that many mistakes. I thought that was the story of the game.
There were some unforced errors, but they also created some mistakes through their intensity on both ends.
Anunoby, good.
A good find by Kyle Lowry. Doesn't always get enough credit for his vision.
An accomplished family for Anunoby. His father's a professor. His brother played pro football.
And OG Anunoby, he's put together like a football player himself. A powerfully built player for a wing.
The Raptors have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Here's Lowry. He can't get it to go. Simmons with the defensive effort. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Lowry against Simmons. Hit the floater. Count it.
When you are Lowry's size, you need to have a strong floater, and that was a beauty he just put up.
And stolen by Siakam. And the dunk by Powell.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Raptors trail by 9. So timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
And Raptors president of basketball operations, Masai Ujiri, not just doing an amazing job in Toronto. He's also had a huge role in the growing of the game in Africa.
Growing up in Nigeria, he fell in love with the game of basketball, and he has worked his way up. Now he's giving a hand back, building pathways for others to follow in his footsteps, bringing the development and leadership to the continent.
And the Raptors making a change here. Jonas Jerebko's checked in for Siakam. Ken Bazemore comes in for OG Anunoby. Thomas checked in for Norman Powell. Davis is subbed in for Kyle Lowry. And that one's good. Thibault.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Toronto, they've gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Whiteside, good.
That's where you level up. Whiteside imposing his will in deep.
Here's Harris. 2 points. That one goes.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
52 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Raptors trail by 11. The pass to Whiteside. Back to Bazemore. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on Harris.
Kent Bazemore, the former National Defensive Player of the Year in college, has a 7-foot wingspan, which gives him a big advantage.
The 76ers leading by 9. To the inside. Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
This is my type of approach. Get some high percentage looks. Then later, you can play inside out.
Here's Philadelphia. Pass to Harris. And again, it's Philadelphia.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for the Raptors from 12 feet out. And another basket for Toronto.
Boy, both teams racking up the points to start this game.
And you wonder how long they can keep it going. At some point, you expect the defense will adjust.
He got it up. And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
And to me, guys, it looks pretty clear-cut on the instant replay. I mean, the ball was out of his hands in time. I think they'll confirm this one pretty quickly.
They're going to switch the call. There is no doubt, and looking at the replay, that he got it off in time.
Well, it's good they decided to take another look at it. I know some folks don't like how play slows the game down and interrupts the flow, but when you have it there, you got to use it.
And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. We've got more in store for you right after this. And let's listen to Pascal Siakam talking about the work.
You come in every day. Guys in the gym every single day. So I used to think that I was always the hardest worker, but, just coming to see guys, the amount of work that they put in, trying to get better each and every day.
And, Greg, when everyone is working hard, it builds a chemistry.
And a culture. Kevin, winning teams all have it. It's not enough to be here. You want to win.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. Guys, 76ers pretty much in control here, it would seem.
Well, you have to love what they've done offensively after that first period.
Crushing it, absolutely crushing it. Shooting lights out, building a big lead here early on.
So on the floor for Toronto to start this second quarter. They've got Whiteside. Thomas is out there with Davis. Then there's Jonas Jerebko. And it's Bazemore at the small forward position. That's tipped. And so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last. Steve, let me ask you what's better for a young player's development? Being on a worse team getting more minutes or being on a good team and getting fewer minutes?
I think always getting a chance, Kevin, to play minutes is best for a younger guy. But if it's hurting the team, you don't want to see the coaching staff playing these younger guys just to get the one guy ready. I think you still have to think about the team. You have to have guys earn minutes, whether they're a rookie, whether they're a veteran or not, and I think that's better for young teams.
Shake Milton, he's checked in for the 76ers. And Toronto also making a switch. Siakam is checked in for Whiteside.
For a player this good, still in his 20s, Tobias Harris has been on an astonishing number of teams.
Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. Siakam against Harris. Rejected by Harris.
Great position on that play from Tobias, challenging the shot and getting a piece of it.
Outside Thomas. Pass to Jerebko. He kicks to Bazemore. Tipped away. And now Philadelphia on the break. Here's Harris. Finished off the break. Harris has got 5 points now this quarter.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Raptors trail by 18. Siakam looking around. Rejected by Harris. But they'll get another chance. Here's Davis. No good again that time. 76ers have gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
This has been an impressive performance tonight. Even with a big lead, they've maintained their focus.
They're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Here's Bazemore. Banked in off the glass. Bazemore's got 6.
If you watch Bazemore over the years, you know that his game is about grit and effort.
And after he missed the first 2 seasons of his career, Greg, with the broken bone in his foot, would injuries be your main concern for Joel Embiid?
Look, no doubt about it. As long as he's healthy, he's an all-league performer. Still, 7-footers carry a lot of weight in our league. He wants to prove he can play big minutes. They just got to make sure they protect him.
And the Raptors call time here. Last time they met was in Toronto.
It wasn't even close in their last matchup, and their offense just wasn't ready to compete at that level.
And some changes here for the 76ers. Al Horford's checked in for Joel Embiid. Richardson comes in for Shake Milton. And it's Ben Simmons in for Rajon Rondo. And then for Toronto, OG Anunoby's checked in for Kent Bazemore. Norman Powell comes in for Thomas. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Davis. A nice shot by Harris.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
And so Lowry will bring it up for the Raptors. A tough loss coming against New York in their last game played.
When they ran the offense right, they found some easy shots, but on that occasion, it was few and far between.
You know, they take 1 step forward, 2 steps back, and exercise in frustration.
The first pick in the 2016 NBA draft, Simmons has been a phenomenal addition to our league.
And Simmons drops them both.
And when he gets ahead of steam, you almost feel sorry for defenders. Ben Simmons, a combination of size, speed, and ball handling that can, at times, be unstoppable.
Anunoby, good. Anunoby's got his second bucket.
Oh, that's great awareness. That's a great pass. Credit Siakam and the work he's done to understand where everyone is in this offense.
Harris finds Simmons. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Good shooting can be contagious. You see the confidence running through this team right now.
And with his passing and driving ability, Greg, Simmons is like combining a power running back in football with a pinpoint passing quarterback. Not much he can't do.
Kevin, a football metaphor is appropriate. Simmons grew up playing Australian rules football, and the physicality and quick thinking of that sport really reflected in his style of play.
And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for Whiteside.
And, guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different scorer than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Back to Horford. His second shot goes in. Off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
You know what it is? It's his creativity. That's making this engine run.
What mastery from Simmons, fooling the entire defense in the paint there.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
The Raptors making a switch here. Whiteside's checked in.
After having no trips to the free throw line in the first period, he's being much more aggressive now.
The Raptors have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Lowry passes to Powell. There's 21 seconds left in the first half of the game. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Lowry. Got it off in time and beat the shot clock, but it's no good. Now the feed to Horford. Left side, Harris. Launches it. What a play. Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
And how about that triple to put a cap on their run here going into the break. Finish that half on a big-time roll.
And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers having no... And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Rondo shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. In the backcourt, Simmons and Richardson. The talented combo up front, Horford and Embiid. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Pass to Powell. And stolen by Richardson. And the foul called on Pascal Siakam. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Embiid, and the dunk by Embiid.
And that's what you want to see. Good, fundamental, sound basketball with the bounce pass.
Embiid's gone 3 for 3 from the floor. Lowry against Simmons. Here's Anunoby. Basket counts. Anunoby's got 6. And Steve, some classic shoe brands making a return to the NBA with updated versions. Smitty, what was your sneaker of choice back in the day?
Kevin, that's funny. I started off with the pumps, the double pumps, and then I ended up with a shell-toe low top. And then now you see all the youngsters now wearing low tops. They used to tell me back in the day, low tops were not good for your ankles. But I didn't really jump that high, so I was okay.
Embiid's gotten everything to drop so far, shooting 4 of 4. Lowry kicks to Powell. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. He's got 7.
He's doing what he can do to pull them closer, but it's not enough. He needs more help.
The pass to Embiid. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
Terrific game plan coming out of halftime. A perfect 3 for 3 from the field.
And here are the Raptors now. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. They start a 3-game homestand with that game. Poke loose. And now Philadelphia on the break. Count it. Got 26.
They are on fire right now. That's 4 straight makes.
Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. And here is Siakam. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Yep, it counts.
This is a big part of Siakam's game. The ability to put the ball on the floor and make a play.
Up and in on the layup.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Here's Siakam. Right now he averages nearly 23 points a game, a relentless offensive force. And there's a whistle, and that's going to go on Simmons. That's his first foul. And the 76ers making a change here. Houtier is checked in. And then for Toronto, Thomas checked in for OG Anunoby. Davis is subbed in for Kyle Lowry. Shake Milton, he's checked in for Josh Richardson. And then for Toronto, Jerebko comes in for Pascal Siakam. And it's Kent Bazemore in for Powell. Outside Thomas, 4 on the clock. From deep three-point range, and it's Philadelphia with the rebound. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
You know he's going to take a lot of shots out there. He's their #1 option right now.
1:58 left to play here in the third. Ball's knocked loose. And so Bazemore will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Down low, Horford, and finished off by Horford.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
They've taken nothing for granted. You can see they're playing the moment rather than the score.
Here's Bazemore, shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
A wing who shows toughness. Bazemore goes full throttle on the drive.
Hernandez checked in for Whiteside. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
The 76ers shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one. Now here's Bazemore. 8 points for him. Here's Davis, and 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Why don't we go to the 2K leaderboard? Over the past month, these teams have been playing a very entertaining brand of basketball. The 76ers #1.
I mean, they have really hit their stride in terms of that transition game. No doubt about it. They are playing at a great pace.
And both free throws good for Davis. 1:11 left to play in the third. For Philadelphia, they've gone an unbelievable 8 of 8 shooting since halftime. Must have been some kind of pep talk in that locker room.
A remarkable interior presence. Horford's a veteran who still has those polished post moves.
The Raptors have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Now here's Bazemore. He's guarded closely. Pass to Jerebko. It's stolen by Harris. They're running. Jumps up. Draws contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Adding to this lead, he's been dependable and consistent at the offensive end.
Williams, he's checked in for the Raptors. There's 38 seconds left to play in the third. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Kicks it to Davis. Williams against Harris. Pass to Bazemore. 6 on the shot clock. Passes it to Williams. Drills the three-pointer. Williams has got his first 3 points of the game.
Bazemore can give you a little playmaking from the wing position. Looking smooth in that pick and roll.
Got it off in time. Oh my goodness, with no time left on the clock.
Without a moment to spare, he guts this one out.
Coaches always.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. 76ers ahead, opening up a huge gap. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. On the court for Toronto to start the fourth. Marvin Williams is out there with McCall. Then there's Kent Bazemore, and it's Gray in at point guard. The Raptors shooting one of the high points for them in this game at 54%. Outside Williams. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Nice touch there near the hoop.
Now the 76ers with it. from 13, and the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Ooh, heat check after heat check. He rises to the occasion, trying to will his team to victory.
Knocks it loose. Out of bounds. It'll be 76ers ball. MyCareer's checked in for the 76ers. Now Rondo. So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just...
Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long.
Running through a list of my insecurities.